What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So as y'all know, I did end up doing the video on these new features that make me excited as a new player here on Forza Horizon 5. Funny part is I was thinking about it and I did realize I can easily do a part 2 and probably even a part 3 for this, and I most likely will end up doing a part 3. But for this one though, there is other things I did want to go over that also gets me mad excited as a new player in this game. So, for the first thing I do want to talk about here is going to be in the menu, guys, specifically in the campaign part of it. That is going to be the accolades and the badges. So if we click on the accolades here, which I do want to point out, I don't even have all of these unlocked yet, by the way, because I haven't progressed enough. But what's kind of hilarious, though, is when I was going through the accolades the first time, I didn't completely realize there was going to be over 2,000 different things you can unlock here. And before anybody does say, yes, there is also going to be rewards, like, for example, you can get different things like that. You're also going to find some of them giving you cars like the one down here, like the Skyline GTSR, which I kind of need to go get that by doing the races. Which funny part is, guys, again, these are all going to be connected to races or different challenges and stuff that you can do around the entire map. Like, look how many there is in the game, bro. It kind of is insane to me. I didn't really realize this. I was going, wait, so there's that many challenges, and you can also get cars from this stuff, bro. Like, that is so dope. This is something a lot of people really want in other games and stuff. I've been wanting this in Motorfest and, adding different challenges like the hobbies and stuff like that that the Crew 2 had, to where it's going to give you a reason to go through and go, okay, well, let me do some of these other races. Let me do that challenge. I'll get a car from it. Like, for example, you can get the Beetle here by doing that one. You can go down, get a Racing Forza Edition Beetle, which I also need to get that thing. And all you will have to do is earn stars in all the chapters there to get that unlocked. So it's not going to be too insanely difficult. Like, again, guys, we're going to have some of the Forza links here you can get. And these are going to be part of the other things. I think this was part of the stories and stuff. So you can legit, which it says on the top left there, but you can legit go through here, get all kinds of vehicles. You have the V60 Polestar. I'll keep going here. You're also then going to see even more rewards. So we're going to have something like a clothing thing there that you can get. You can get that crazy looking mask looking thing for wrestling. We're then going to have the 5 turbo Renault down at the bottom. We have the M Sport Fiesta down there. Moving over to a Metro MG there. Then we also have the 205 turbo. So I'm sure you guys can probably see where this is going. Like, there is a lot of things to go after. Here's the F-Type project here, guys. Again, you can legit come in here and do all of these challenges. Now, keep in mind, you are going to have to probably, progress through the game a bit to get some of these, but that is going to be the fun part. You have the donut vehicles here as well. Like, there is legit so many things to go after, and I feel like this will be something that will make a lot of players excited. Go, okay, well, complete all the chapters in the Horizon Origins. Okay, so gotta go in, do the challenges, get things completed, and boom, you will easily have a ton of vehicles to go after, a ton of challenges. There is legit a lot of stuff to do in this game, and I gotta admit, I wish other racing games would take cue in this and end up taking a similar route, probably adding all kinds of challenges to keep you occupied in the game, wanting you to go after different things, whether it's a clothing item, whether it's different perks and all that stuff, but it gives you a reason to do the challenges and get you in there, getting you more points and all that. I feel like that is such a dope design. Probably going to be fairly similar to the hobbies that were in the Crew 2. Kind of odd to me how they didn't add anything like that into the next game. Isn't that a bit confusing? Now, as I did mention, though, we're also going to then have the badges here as well, which is going to be all kinds of other things you guys can do, from leveling up, doing small challenges. You can also add these onto that stuff as well, so you can have even more items to go after. That is going to increase the amount of things you can unlock in the game. Not only do you have badges, though, but one thing I didn't realize at first when I joined the game, I was like, wait, every car has this? Heading over to Car Mastery, guys, every single car is going to have these small perks here. Legit, every single one of them. Apparently, some cars have other cars you can unlock, but haven't discovered any of those yet here. Let me head into my cars here, and I will show you guys this. Wrong button. Let me hit in. No. Okay, but heading into the cars here, the one I figured I would show you is probably going to make some people laugh, but it is going to be the Bugatti Divo. Now, again, every single car is going to have the mastery thing tied to it. Some rewards are going to be different, so checking out the Bugatti here, guys, you get a wheel spin. You're also then going to get a super wheel spin on the top here. You can get yourself 20,000 XP for just owning the vehicle and having the points. You're going to have to get more points to use them on some of these and actually unlock them, but keep in mind there's going to be like, what, 800 something, 900 cars in the game, like 899, and every single car is going to have the car mastery thing tied to it. That alone is also going to be another entire thing tied to the progression, tied to like the accolades and all the badges. So there is going to be a lot of different things you can go after. Now, the next thing I did want to talk about here is going to have to do with the upgrade and tuning. I feel like this is probably going to be a huge highlight of Forza, guys. Like, I am going to be very new to this game, so I'm not exactly sure how a lot of things work, but I'm kind of getting in tune with it, looking through it, being like, okay, well, I can do this or do that and, make my car faster and certain things. But one thing I really do like about this game, though, is the fact that you can convert your car into different things. Like, for example, you can do an engine swap, which I do know a lot of people are talking about the entire, V12 swap, but I'm not going to be doing that stuff. You could do something like a V8 swap into the Mitsubishi here, or you could do something like a turbo i4 rally motor. That's pretty dope. You keep the regular powertrain. You can add these and then upgrade from there and look at like the stats and stuff like that and see where it can go, which is pretty dope. On top of that, you can also do a drivetrain swap. So yes, you did hear that right. I can make this car rear-wheel drive. Now, again, I know a lot of people are like, yeah, bro, we kind of know that, but a lot of people who might be new to Forza, though, might be like, yo, so can I actually build a bunch of different cars? And yes, you legit can. So you can make this thing rear-wheel drive. You can then head over and go, okay, well, let me add a body kit to it. You can add something like this one. Now, this car is going to have a rally kit, which I will probably end up putting on it, heading over to body kits. You guys will see there is going to be a few pre-made ones here, which are going to look pretty dope. And then y'all probably know me by now. I would end up adding something like the rally one. I love the beadlock type of wheels there with like the yellow going around and the lights on the front of it. I feel like this is going to look awesome. Now, I did say before you can swap the vehicles out and do different things with them. Let me go to something else that you would probably never really see. How about we go to something like the AMC Gremlin here? Let's check this out. I think I recently got this out of a wheel spin. So let me see right now what you can do with this car, if you can change a few things with it. Engine swap and all that good stuff once the animation is done. Let me hit circle here. Heading over to upgrades and tuning, custom upgrade. Let's see what we can do. Conversion. All right, guys. So again, you can even swap the Gremlin with different things. Let's see. Whoa, that's a lot of motors, bro. You can put a V8 in this car? Okay, that's legit insane. This thing weighs 2,700 pounds with a V8. You could put a 6.7 liter V8 diesel, which I believe that is going to be the Power Stroke. Guys, think about that. You could put a diesel in this Gremlin. Like, seriously, what other game can you do that in? Like, I don't think there's that many. Have the 7.0 liter V8 there. You then have the V12, which we all do know what that motor is. I would 100% avoid that motor and go with something like the V8 or even the diesel. But on top of that, they're like, you know what? I kind of want to make this a rally car. So maybe you throw in the diesel motor in there. Maybe you throw in the regular V8, or you just completely upgrade the motor that's in here. You then can head over to the drivetrain and go, okay, well, let me make this thing all-wheel drive on top of it, and then put the V8 motor in there, okay? Head over to the aspiration, maybe add something like a turbo on top of it, which you might want to add the regular V8 motor in there to make it a tad better. Would probably end up helping it a bit. You can add some different appearances, things here, like a bumper and stuff like that, but you can also head over to something like the drivetrain, go over to the transmission, guys, and put a completely different transmission in this vehicle. Like, seriously, you can probably take this weird-looking Gremlin, put a regular diesel motor in it, a weird transmission, and also head over to the suspension. Let me see if you can do that with this car here, suspension and dampers. So you have this street, it lowers it. These all lower it down. Guys will see there. You have rally, so it's going to raise it a bit for rally. You can put off-road tires on it or something. Then you can also have the other upgrades like the V8 and stuff like that, the transmission, adding different tires to it. Guys, you can literally basically make almost an unlimited amount of cars in this game, which I gotta admit is going to be such a huge win here in Forza. I mean, I have not honestly played a game like this with a scale of this type of stuff in it, and so far I am insanely impressed the fact that I can make a rally vehicle out of almost basically anything, or you can lower it, put different motors in it. There really is going to be so many different types of builds, whether it's going to be a street car, maybe you want it super quick, you engine swap it, make it like an S2, or you can make it like a drift car, you can even make an entire drag car. Man, there is so many different options. Now, the most hilarious part to me, though, is I am still discovering different things here in Forza Horizon 5, so I'm stumbling upon new things, or people are letting me know about different stuff and all that, so I still have a long ways to go in a learning curve in this game, man, but so far it is so dang entertaining, and I really do love the fact of what you can do with tuning, making different builds of everything basically in the game. There's going to be a lot of different types of races, so you can have that said car into that class, or make it for the style of driving that you want to do, which is honestly a huge win. I am going to touch on the entire tuning thing and building different types of vehicles in a different video. That is something I'm very interested in doing, but again, I have to make more money on the game and probably get farther into it for some of that stuff to happen. I am also probably going to do a part 3 on this video here in the near future, so do stay tuned for it. But let me know your thoughts on these features in the comments below. We can all agree that the accolades and all the badges and stuff like that are going to be an amazing addition. The fact that there's going to be over 2,000 little challenges you can do that get you regular outfits or different things like the Forza stuff that you can get with like the sayings and all that. You can also get cars and different things. Like, I feel like that's so dang awesome. I really do wish other games would have loads of challenges that will keep you entertained. There's also vehicles behind them. So it's going to encourage you to go in and go after those said vehicles and stuff like that and go, okay, well, I got to do like 10 of these challenges to get this car, so let me do that because I want it. That is going to encourage players to keep doing more and more of them. And I mean, heck, you got 2,000 of them. On top of that, you got the badges. And then the entire tuning system is a whole different animal in this game. And to be real, I feel like no racing game can honestly touch it.